and welcome back to Opal&Mint. I am Ashley and welcome back to Watercolor Month, a flower every day. We are painting a flower every single day this month and we're using the flower color guide. Today is day 23, I believe. Yes, day 23. So let's go ahead and see what flower we're getting today. That was recent page. Okay. All right, so we either have a carnation or a tulip. So we've done a tulip, which I wouldn't mind doing another one because I love painting tulips. And honestly, I'm terrified of carnations. Not going to lie. So we're going to tackle the carnation just because I'm terrified of it. It's just got a lot of ruffles. This one's a very deep color. That's what we're going to do today. So this is on page 402 if you are following along in the flower color guide. And this is a carnation. So it's dark purple filler flower. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Bao Academy watercolor paper again today. And let's see here. What paint should we use? All right, so I'm going to pull out my Sennelier palette. I don't know. Every time I use this, I'm just not like super happy with it. But I want to keep giving it a try. I'm not sure what it is I don't like. I'm not sure. So let's give this one a try again. All right, so carnations. Carnations are difficult to paint in a loose style for me, but we're going to do this. We are going to do this. How many should we paint? Let's see. I want to do one kind of like this because you can see some light and dark areas. And I really like the side view too. You see that really like bell shaped bottom. Oh goodness, sometimes words. All right, let's pick out a brush today. We're going to be using the Princeton Neptune round size 6 brush. I've used this quite a bit already in this series. All right, so let's first mix up a color that will give us this burgundy kind of effect. So I don't know what colors. Okay, that is very purple. Let's get a little bit of, ooh, that's pretty. Got excited there. A little bit more red. Yeah, okay, we're gonna start with that. That's really pretty. I don't know what colors these are. Does it say on the pan? Not really. It says 917. I'm not sure what colors they are. It was a purple of some sort. Looks like a dioxazine purple, possibly, and then a red. 689. Sorry, don't know the color names on those. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and start painting. I'm gonna try to have this here so you can see the reference a little bit. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm going to start with this kind of ruffly one here, and I want to take a watered down version of the paint. So I'm getting a little bit over on this side that's waterier, and then we have some thicker paint here. We're going to start with this watery version, and we're just going to kind of scribble this paint. You see these edges are going to be all different, jaggedy, ruffly, so just kind of scribble this in a rough shape. Okay, we're going to start there, and we're going to do one more, I think, up here. So I want this one, but I want it fairly close to this one. So we're going to do the same thing, but more side facing. So I'm just kind of scribbling my brush around. Okay. Then we're going to add in darker moments after, but let's go ahead and put in the base of this. I'm going to mix up some greens. Got this like bright green here. Let's dull it down just a smidge. That's pretty. Okay. All right, so this is like a pretty decent size base to this flower. And I'm gonna touch it up to this. Just kind of getting the structure set. Right, and then this one, you can see a little bit of the base on this one. Okay, so I'm letting those butt up to each other and kind of bleed in there. I want that to be the first layer. And then we're gonna go in with some darker details. I wanna go ahead and put in a couple of these little skinny leafy things. Floppy, skinny leaves. They seem to be in like pairs coming off the stems. Okay, and then I want to take a little bit of a darker green. Tap in a little bit of darkness on these areas. Just so it's not flat one green. So while that's still wet, tapping that in, letting those greens kind of mix and blend together. Okay, we're gonna let this set for a second. While I'm letting that set, I'm actually gonna go ahead and do a little bit of splatter. Okay, I want this to dry fully because we're gonna go in with some darker so we can actually see the shape of the flower. So we're gonna leave this alone just for a little bit and we're gonna come back and finish up with the details. Okay, so it is not completely dry yet, but it is a little bit more dry. So I'm going to go ahead and take that deeper green again, and we're going to put the details on this. I want, let's see here, what do I want? Let's look. So it has like overlapping, looks like leaves stuck to it almost. So we're just gonna paint in a little bit of detail. This is still very wet, it looks like. So just want to put in some green. I don't like that. I don't like it. Okay, painting the whole thing. I think instead of painting those details, let's see what it looks like if I do the dotting tool and then do some lines. Okay, we'll see what that ends up looking like when that dries. So let's go ahead and do, this one is kind of in the shadow anyways. Just add in some different shadows and details. Taking that just darker green now. Just felt like it needed that depth. Okay, the book was like in my way. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry, I'm tried. Okay, so let's go ahead and take our pinkish color here. And we're just gonna put in some shadows. And I'm just going to scribble again. That's all I'm going to be doing here. So we're kind of scribbling on top of our layer. Literally scribbling right now. I don't know how it's going to turn out. We'll see. It's really bad at the moment. It's fine. It's fine. We will work through this. I need a thicker consistency of paint. I need that purple, red and purple. Nice consistency here. Okay. Go ahead and tap in some darker. Okay, so this carnation just turned into a scribbly blob. It's okay. It's okay. We will figure this out. This idea didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap a bunch of water on here and I'm just going to lift that up. Okay? When you mess up, try again. Try again. Okay? We're going to lift that up. Okay. This one up here is dry-ish. So let's go to this one and try another. Try another. Okay, we have the thicker paint this time. So let's go, too much water. I've painted carnations before and I've painted them successfully. But I'm trying something different and it's not working right now. But, like I said, we're just gonna put water down, lift this up, and rethink our strategy. All right, what should I do? What should I do? I don't want to start over on this one. I want to make this one work. So, there are days when I am stubborn and I will make it work. Evidently today is one of those days where I'm just going to be stubborn about it. Okay, I'm going to take a smaller brush. Let's study this a second. So keep it loose. How do I keep this loose is the question. How do I keep this loose and make it look like a carnation? Okay. All right, so I've got thick paint and see, thin it just a little bit. I'm going to, no, I don't know if this is going to work either. Kind of doing, pushing, squiggling lines. Okay, we got some petals that go up here. This is not working either. It's okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so I've got this all really dark now. Let's see what happens if I squiggle and lift some of this. It's just gonna, yay. Okay. We're gonna see how many times this paper will let me lift and scrub. Putting this paper to the test today. Okay, I'm liking this approach a little bit better. So it looks like layers. Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's not an exact science here, but it kind of looks like a carnation now. It kind of does. Do you love that I'm trying to convince myself that it looks like a carnation? Tell me, does it look like a carnation? What flower would you think when you see that? So instead of doing squiggly lines on the side of my brush, I'm using the tip to do little detailing lines instead of making the whole thing dark like this flower actually is. I am just doing little lines like this to show that there are layers of petals. Sometimes in loose florals, you know, we're not trying to make it look exactly like it. We're trying to do it's kind of an impressionistic approach. We're doing things that make it look kind of like the flower without making it exactly the flower. And it's always a balance trying to find in loose florals, trying to find that balance to make it look like the flower without going too overboard with details. And yeah, okay. So I have like all these outlining marks for these petals. Now what I want to do is just take a few little tiny strokes within those, if there's room. Yeah. To kind of show the ruffling within those outlined petals. Okay. This is better than it was starting out to be. It's not, I've definitely painted better carnations, but I've also, you know, tried to do more detailed versions. It's also, I find that having a deep color in a carnation is more difficult for me than having like a light pink one. So I'm not sure why that is. But let's go ahead and okay. All right, so they're the carnations. I think they look a little bit cartoony, but it's okay. I think the proportions are a little bit off too, but it's fine. They're kind of cute. They work. All right, so that is going to be That's the end. We're done. That's going to be it for day 23 of Watercolor Month. I'm getting increasingly excited for day 31. I actually kind of like the ones that are going outside of the blob even. Sorry, getting distracted and painting more. I'm getting really excited for the detailed sketching flower. That one is going to be so much fun. Okay, I need to stop painting. But yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you want to see our future videos, hit that subscribe button down below, and we will see you again tomorrow for another day of Watercolor Month, a flower every day. Bye. Carnation. You look like a carnation. Well, you look like a carnation. You look like a mum. But it's okay. You kind of got out of hand. I think you had a mind of your own. You did it, not me. Oh, that's pretty. I get sidetracked sometimes. Anyways, I already have paint everywhere. It's fine. It's fine.